Hey everybody, I'm Kenji. I run Bayfield Digital, and we exclusively help small local businesses get more Google reviews. This is part one in a series that is dedicated to helping small business owners optimize their online presence on Google. In this series, I'll be giving a lot of tips and tricks and best practices for local businesses on how they can improve their presence on Google and on AI platforms like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. Please subscribe to the channel and select notifications to be alerted when we drop new content about best practices in this area of local businesses optimizing their Google presence. Now, in this video, I'm going to cover the foundational topic of why Google reviews matter. Our entire business model is based on helping local business owners get more Google reviews, so I better be able to give you a good answer as to why that matters. So here's the thing. 20 years ago or so, your physical storefront was your only storefront. People drove by, saw your sign, decided to walk in. But today, when someone's considering buying a service, shopping at a store they're unfamiliar with, or maybe eating at a new restaurant, they always Google it first. The data is absolutely unequivocal about this. People don't just blindly contact a business without checking it out first. Why is that? The reason is because their Google presence has everything they need at a glance, and they can easily compare to other options. Let's look at an example that will really illustrate the power of Google reviews. Just consider if you were looking for a dance studio for one of your kids or your cousins or friends. The first thing you do is Google dance studio near me. Now let's say you were faced with these two options to choose from. Which would you choose? I mean, there's no question about it. You wouldn't even bother calling the one on the left with only one review and 1 star at that. Instead, you'd call the one on the right that has 60 adoring fans that love the business. And by the way, these two dance studios are close enough that many potential customers could get to either one, so they truly have a choice in the matter. And if you think about expanding that to include other categories such as restaurants that sit right next to each other and compete with each other, or a service provider where I don't really care which handyman does the work, I just want to know that he'll do a good job and that I'll trust him. After all, I'll be bringing him into my home to fix something that is important to me. The business with the stronger Google presence isn't just getting seen more, they're winning the decision before the competitor even has a chance to make their case. And here's why this matters beyond just looking good. More Google reviews and a higher star rating lead to better visibility in two ways. One, the customer will lean towards higher rated providers. And secondly, and this is incredibly important, businesses will naturally get higher placement on Google with improved reviews. Now, I'll show you an example of that in a second. Now, with that increased visibility, that leads to more customer calls coming into the business without having to pay for ads. That's just organic traffic. Now, let's talk about why this happens. There are really two separate reasons that reviews drive more business, and it's worth understanding both because they work in different ways. The first on the left is the algorithm. Google literally uses your reviews to determine who to surface in searches. More reviews and better reviews mean Google ranks you higher, and a higher ranking means you show up in more searches. Think of it like more shots on goal. You're simply appearing in front of more potential customers more often. The second on the right is social proof. Now, once you're in front of a customer, reviews are the ones doing the convincing. 93% of customers read reviews before choosing a local business. And a business with 80 reviews beats one with 12, even if the actual quality of service is identical. And customers generally need to see a rating above 4 before they're going to trust a business at all. A stale last review or too few reviews makes them scroll past you to the next name. So if you put these together, the algorithm gets you seen more, and the reviews themselves get you chosen more. And that's all without paying for a single ad. Now let me give you a practical explanation of how this plays out. So when a customer searches for a business on Google, let's say handyman in Austin, Texas, the first thing they see is paid ads or sponsored listings at the very top. That's just how Google's page is laid out. So those are people that are paying Google to have their listing shown. But right after the ads comes something that is called the map pack, which is the image you see on the right. It's a cutout of the Google map for that area. And Google shows 3 and exactly 3 organic listings, businesses that earned that spot, not paid for it. So if your business is one of those 3, you get massive visibility. If you're number 4, you're not even on the page. The only way that a customer finds you is by scrolling down further. And here's the thing, why would anybody scroll? Google has already handed them 3 great options. So there's a huge fight to be in those top 3 spots, and then a steep, steep drop in traffic for everyone else. Now let's talk about the 3 main factors that contribute to getting into the map pack. The first is the number of reviews and the average star rating. Say you're in Half Moon Bay searching for a realtor, and you type in realtor near me, and you find Keller Williams of Half Moon Bay, the Glenn Mitchell Group. Why would you go any further? They have 103 reviews and a perfect 5-star rating. That alone is reason enough to pick up the phone and call them and not bother calling anyone else. Now, the second factor is recency of reviews. This matters because it signals that the business is active right now, not just that they were good 3 years ago. And in this case, Glenn and his team just got a review 5 days ago. That tells a customer that this business is currently taking care of people. The third factor is engagement from the owner. One of the best practices is responding to every review. It shows Google and the consumers that the business is paying attention, not just collecting reviews and letting them sit. So you can see here, the team responds to reviews right after they come in. That kind of consistent engagement is exactly what builds trust with both consumers and Google's algorithm. So review count and rating, recency, and owner engagement. Those 3 factors together play a huge part in what gets businesses into the map pack on the first page, or drop to the next page. Now, by the way, Glenn is not the biggest name as a realtor in Half Moon Bay. There are other realtors who come from generations of having their name out there, and others who pay huge marketing dollars in ads to get in front of people. But Glenn is doing it in an incredibly smart way by optimizing his digital profile and getting great reviews from clients who love working with him and his team. And over time, if people don't already have a realtor in mind, they will increasingly gravitate towards Glenn and his team because he's getting great organic visibility and has the social proof to get the call. Now, I hope you found this video helpful to get perspective about why Google reviews are important. If this is something you want help with, this is exactly what we do at Bayfield Digital. In fact, we focus exclusively on just this one thing, helping local businesses get more Google reviews. Here's what we do. We set up your business once, and then we take it from there, getting you more reviews, higher reviews, responding to them, and keeping your profile active. You don't have to think about it again. The result is a stronger rating, many more reviews. That leads to more visibility on Google. And best of all, and most important for you, is the best outcome is you get more customer calls, all without having to spend your time on it or paying for ads. So contact us if we can be helpful to you. If you found us via one of our referral partners like a business broker, please include their name and company so we can give them appropriate credit. Thanks for your time, and we hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe to get more content about how to optimize your Google presence.